What is up, guys? So today I'm going to give you guys a little video talking about how I got into skateboarding. It's going to be a Go Skate Day special, or I don't know, something for you guys for this channel. To start it off, I'm not going to make it that long because this webcam's kind of like blanking out on me and it's not going that good. But anyways, I'm going to give you guys the story how I got into skateboarding. Pretty simple. My mom bought me, we went shoe shopping, and she bought me some skate shoes. And the shoes I got were Etnies Calicut. It was, for those who don't know what are Etnies Calicut, it's the one with the E logo going down. It was a white Etnies Calicut. The M or the E, whatever you want to call it, it was red. And the bottom of the board, the bottom of the shoe was black. So it was cool. As I got the shoe, I felt really cool having it. But when I started going to class, there were some skaters looking at me weird. And then they told me, "Hey, you skate?" And I told them, "No, I don't." And then that's when they told me, "You should get those shoes you're wearing. They're for skateboarding." So I was like, I felt like a dumbass for wearing them, but at the same time, they presented me into skateboarding, which is something I fell in love with. And so that's when I started hanging out with these guys. I bought my first board, which was a Dark Star deck from Walmart. I mean, everybody starts off at Walmart boards, right? I mean, I still ride them, but I mean, just if I'm in the budget, I'll still ride a Walmart board if I have to. But as it went on, I bought a Dark Star deck and an RP board. For those who know what an RP board is a rocket power board from like Nickelodeon and shit. So I bought a Dark Star deck, and that snapped. And I only had it for a week. I showed it to my mom. My mom got really upset about it, telling me I shouldn't be doing stupid things with it. But I told her I was trying to become a skateboarder, and I showed her all these videos about skateboarding, and especially the video games that I got, which is Tony Hawk Underground 1 and 2. So my mom kind of was aware about that, and she knew that I was one day going to break my leg soon because of what I was doing. But, you know, so about 2 months, which is already like summer, I went out of town to San Antonio, Texas. I live in the South, which is Laredo, and we went all the way to San Antonio for a road trip. And at that moment, we went into a skate shop. Well, it wasn't a skate shop. It was like a gothic slash vintage shop. They sell like the 1950s type, like Chevy Bel Air T-shirts and stuff like that. But it was a gothic skate shop. I call it a gothic skate shop. And the board I was looking for was a Zero deck. I fell in love with Zero so badly. I wanted the deck like now. That was the one thing I wanted, a Zero deck. And as soon as I got to the shop, I kept searching for it, and I asked them, "You guys don't have Zero decks?" And they're like, "We have a Jamie Thomas's one, which is the skull one, and then there's a Jamie Thomas's face on it, which is it's an old school version." But I didn't want that. So what I did is I actually started looking more, and they didn't have a single deck. All of them were all colorful. There was Plan Bs. There were freaking, I don't know, freaking girl decks. I didn't like girl that time. So I spotted a Black Fly Metamorphosis deck, which is a black dip deck with the logo Black Fly Metamorphosis, which is the store that is located in San Antonio. For those who don't know what board I'm talking about, I actually have a picture to show you guys how the board actually looks. Let me see if I can get my freaking phone to turn on. Like I said, guys, my phone is cracked, and I don't want this webcam to stop recording because this thing kind of like immediately stops. It stops recording when I'm like not talking. I don't know why it does that. I'm using the YouTube webcam thing. I don't know if y'all haven't tried those out, but it's a YouTube webcam thing. Okay, here you go, guys. So I started off with a Black Fly Metamorphosis deck, and it looked something like, I don't know if y'all can see it. Wait. Let's put it. Man, I don't know if y'all can see it. There's my first deck. I still have it to this day. It's in my videos. You haven't checked it out. It was a dipped Black Fly deck, and this is the store that located in San Antonio, Texas. Huge shout out to Black Fly for giving me my first real deck at that time. So at that moment, I didn't know what kind of wheels and trucks and bearings I wanted to put into it. I didn't even know you had to get trucks and wheels. So when I came back from San Antonio, I showed the deck to my friends. You know, I felt like a badass telling them, "Hey, look, I got a real skateboard. It looks black and shit." they fell in love with it because they didn't know what a dip deck looks like. And when I showed them that deck, that really blew their minds because you don't see like freaking uh you don't see decks that are like dipped. You can see this one you can't even see the plies. You can tell on the picture the sides on the board is literally dipped. Look, let me see if I can show you. I don't know if y'all can see that, but the sides are dipped in. That's a dipped skateboard right there. So as I kind of like showed them the deck, they were so surprised. And the one thing they asked me is what kind of trucks, wheels, and bearings and hardware and grip tape did you get? I felt stupid at that moment. So I'm like, okay, I didn't get trucks, I didn't get bearings, I didn't get wheels. I just got the deck. That's what I told them. And I didn't even know what those were until they told me, well, we have a skate shop here. I felt such a dumbass because I went all the way to San Antonio on a road trip to buy a deck. As I got to Exodus, they had the Zero deck. I bought myself a Zero deck at that time while I was setting up my Black Fly deck. And that Black Fly deck, I put 52mm bullet wheels, industrial trucks with a black axle and base plate, flip ABAC 6 bearings, hardware and grip tapes. I'm not really too sure, but I think the grip tape's Mob. I don't know if Mob in 2005 or 6 had Mob grip tape at that time, but it feels like Mob, so I would say Mob grip tape. Hardware, I'm not too sure about hardware. So I got that assembled, and as soon as I got that in, I got my first board. And I never written it because I had a Zero deck, and then I bought a Baker deck as well. One of my friends broke his board, and I then my Baker deck. He snaps my board, and the next day he buys a new board. I mean, he buys a new board. Eventually, he breaks it out of anger, and then on my board, he tries to do an ollie and snaps my Zero deck that I bought there at my local skate shop, which is Exodus. Sadly, Exodus doesn't exist anymore. I guess it went down, but it was our local skate shop here in Laredo, Texas. So sucks, but now I have to depend on Zoomies. But that was my first board. For those that want to know, it's a Black Fly Metamorphosis deck, and I can show you the pictures again a bit for those that. What the hell? Okay, so I can scroll. There's the board. There it is again. Oh, it's double picture. There's the grip tape. Oh no, that's my Zero deck. There's the side. Wait, what the hell? And there's my my board. I only used it one time. I only used it once, and that was in Halloween of 2010, October 31st. I was dating this girl. I can't say her name because she knows my YouTube account. But I was dating her for a year and 3 months, but we broke up. So on October 31st, I was dating her, and I rode that board for the first time. But yeah, that time when I had the Etnies Calicut, the shoes were black and white because they were pretty cool at that time. But they were separated, so I don't know which side had black and which side had white. But one had white laces, and the other one had black laces. I also had Vans. When I was dating my ex at that time on October 31st, that was the time I rode that board. And that board, I was running DVS skate shoes and Osiris's audio, and I think I had a pair of Etnies Calicut, but they were black. I wasn't too sure, but yeah. But all those shoes got wrecked, and I don't have them anymore. Now I'm depending on OPs, which are Ocean Pacifics. They're skate shoes, just like an average skate shoe, except they're cheaper. So now I ride those, and I finally got my boards, guys. For those who don't know, I got my Zero deck, my Black Fly deck, my Dark Star deck, and my Speedy Min deck back from my friend's house. So it's in my closet right now. So I'm pretty happy. But yeah, this is a Go Skateboarding Day a special of how I got into skateboarding. If y'all have a story, make a video of it. I would subscribe to you guys. If you want me to subscribe to you, just put sub for sub, meaning you subscribe to me and I subscribe to you. Sorry, my eyes just went wide right there because I almost messed up. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, shout out to everybody, and I love y'all. Peace.